recorded video. Okay, we will start with the course information. So let me share first. Okay. Can you see it in your screen? Course information. So if you can see it, give me. All right, very good. Okay, very good. Okay. So you also can download. You can download this course information from the Microsoft team. I have uploaded it in week 1 channel. Okay, so our course code CSC402. So make sure you need to register to this code. So the name of the course, Programming 1. Okay. So ada lagi yang nak join. Okay, or in Malay we call as pengaturan 1 lah. Okay. Okay. Okay, there is no prerequisite. Okay, so my name, Muhammad Sufian bin Sulaiman. Okay, so don't forget my name. Alright. Okay. Look at the course learning outcome. Okay, basically we have only 3. In other words, we call it the objective lah. Apa objective subject ni lah. Apa matlamat ini. So we call it the course learning outcome. Okay, at the end of the course, students should be able to explain concept and algorithm in programming. I believe maybe there is a student that have taken this subject before kan, during I don't know diploma ke, STPM ke, or foundation kan. That's why I request all of you to fill in the survey form as I have put it in Microsoft in WhatsApp group and also you can click on general channel in Microsoft team, in general channel, and there is a link for the Microsoft form. Usually we use Google Form Google Form. So Microsoft also have their own form lah. We call it as a Microsoft form. Similar lah to Google Form just matter of a different company lah. Alright. So this is the first CLO, course learning outcome, explain concept and algorithm in programming. And then number 2. So there is still a student to join. Okay, display practical skill in tasks related to structured programming, whereby you need to do it by your own lah kan. Instead of you learn the theory you learn the theory how to do it, you need to apply it. Of course, we have the editor. The platform that you need to apply it. I will explain it later on. The platform, and then demonstrate a good work ethic in programming. So what mean by work ethics? So there is a student want to join, so I need to accept first. Okay. So instead of there is a when we look at on the assessment, I will explain it. So what is the good work ethics? Meaning that you will form in group now to do a mini lab project now. So this is what we call you need to achieve the CLO. Number 3, demonstrate the good work ethic in programming. Okay, look at on the course description. This course This course is an introduction to problem solving computer, right? Ada lagi ya, dah join. Okay. Right. So why you do programming? Because you want to solve the problem, kan? Why Mark Zuckerberg develop Facebook? Why Mark Zuckerberg develop Instagram? Because he want to solve the problem of a connection with other people. So the keyword here, problem solving. So why you need to do programming? Because you need to solve that particular problem. So you need to, but we need to describe first lah what is the problem, yeah. Okay, it emphasize various aspects of problem solving, mainly consisting of the problem domain, phases of problem solving, and basic technique for designing a solution. Okay. Again, why you do programming? Because it is a process how you want to designing a solution dan cari penyelesaian. Kan, at the end, once you have complete the programming, then you will pass the user to use the application. Kan, right? Ada lagi. Okay. And then the approach to problem solving is based on top-down design and structured programming. Okay, there is a object-oriented programming and structured programming. But in this code, we only focus on structured approach, structured programming. The emphasis is on solving problem using a computer rather than the syntactical aspect of the chosen programming language. Okay, and then this is the syllabus content. Okay, basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapter only. 5 je, tak banyak. 5 chapter. Okay, we start with the introduction to computer programming, and this is the sub topic. And then chapter 2, algorithmic problem solving. Number 3, basic element of computer program. Okay. And then number 4, type of control structure. Okay. And then number 5, arrays. Okay, that's all. Okay. Okay. Right, ramai lagi yang baru nak join. Okay. So far we have 107 students. Still ada lagi. According to the list that I have in my table, should be 112 kan, 112 students. Okay. Okay. Mesti ada lagi yang tak jumpa lagi kelas kat mana. Okay. Right, look at on the assessment. Okay, there is a continuous assessment and final assessment. Okay, a continuous assessment 50% and then final assessment 50%. Okay, for the continuous assessment, we will divide by 3 small or mini assessment, which assignment 30%. So assignment will be individual assignment. And then so this is the group project 10%. So we need to form a group. And then test 20%. So test might be I can divide by 2 test 1 and test 2 kan, test 1 10%, test 2 10% kan. Before midterm break, I think week 6, during week 6, we will have test 1. And then the test 2 will be week 13, minggu ke-13. Right. And then final exam, final exam. Okay, duration 180 minutes, 3 hours. Okay. Sorry. Okay, and then altogether 100%, 100%. Okay, this is how I evaluate or grade your performance for this subject. Okay, I think the rest is not very important. Okay, look at the recommended textbook. Here you can have this reference, C++ programming from problem analysis to program design. So nowadays, it is easy for you to just download the ebook from the internet. I think I have provided to you in Microsoft Teams. So you just can download it from the Microsoft Teams. And then you also can have any other references, textbook, and instead of the textbook, you also can refer to the YouTube. There is a lot of C++ tutorial in YouTube. So if you not understand the particular topic in C++, you also can have the reference from the YouTube. Okay, okay, this is not important for you. Right, that's it. Okay, so this is the course information. Okay, right, this is the scheme of work. So this is more detail. Right. Okay, so our school. So this is our college, College of Computing, Informatics and Mathematics. And then we have 3 schools here. School of Computing Sciences, School of Informatics Sciences, and School of Mathematics Sciences. So we are in the school. Right. And then, okay, my name, okay, so this is my phone number. If you have any question, you can ask me. You can WhatsApp me now. And this is my email. Right. Okay, so this is the detail. Week 1. Right. Topic 1, Introduction to Computer and Programming. Okay, 2 hours. And then we have lab session 2 hours. Okay. Okay. For the lecture session, we have combined 4 groups. 4 groups. CDCS 2301A, CDCS 301B, CDCS 2302B, CDCS 253, 1A. Okay, and then for the lab session, I will as your instructor for lab CDS, CDC, CDCS 2301A, CDCS 2301B, and then CDCS 2531A. But for the CDCS 2302B, so you will be there is another instructor for your lab session. I think apa namanya, Haslizatul Cik or Miss Haslizatul will be your instructor for lab instructor for CDCS 2302B. Okay. Okay. Okay, I would like to remind to you again. Okay, for the lecture session, the class will be conducted through Microsoft Teams lah. Okay, 100%, 100% through Microsoft Teams for the class, for the lecture session. But for the lab session, okay, so you need to listen carefully. For the lab session, there is two options. First one through Microsoft Teams, and then the second one is through face-to-face. Okay, for the odd week, minggu yang ganjil, odd week, for example, week 1, week 3, week 5, week 7, week 9, week 11, week 13. Altogether, we have only 14 week, 14 minggu je kan. For the odd week, we will the lab session will be conducted through Microsoft Teams. But for the even week, minggu yang genap, the lab session will be conducted face-to-face. Okay, so make sure you attend to the physical class during the even week, minggu yang genap kan. Start from next week, week 2, week 4, week 6, week 8, week 10, week 12, week 14, right? Okay. Lagi. Okay. So far so good, guys. If you understand, please give me a love reaction. More love, come on, more love, more. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Yes. Okay, thank you. Right, okay, very good. Dia dah tak berhenti pula. Dia main tu je lah. Right, okay. Right. Okay, look at on the scheme of work. Dah, cukup. Okay, look at on the scheme of work. Okay, week 1 and then week 2. Week 2, algorithmic problem solving. And then, of course, lab session 2 hours. And then week 3, topic 2, algorithmic problem solving. Okay, week 4, week 5, week 6. Okay. During week 6, we will have test 1. Test 1. Week 6. And then next week will be midterm break lah, 1 week. Ni boleh balik kampung lah. 6 minggu je duduk UiTM tu balik kampung kan. Rindu masakan mak kan. Right. After that, don't forget to come back UiTM. Jangan lupa. Week 7. Week 7 we will continue with topic 4, control structure. Week 8, control structure. Week 9, control structure. Week 10, control structure. And then at the same time, I will give you the assignment. All right. And then week 11, until week 11, then after that we have cuti perayaan khas. This one Christmas lah kan. I think around December kan. This one also 1 week. 1 week. Cuti perayaan khas ni. And then balik kampung balik. Kembali. Balik kampung, and then don't forget to come back to your time. Week 12, week 13, we will have test 2. And then week 14, project presentation. Okay, for project briefing, I will explain it during week 7. Week 7. for the group project explanation. Okay. Alright, that's it. And then study break 1 week, and then final assessment 3 weeks. After that, cuti semester. Okay. Okay, so this is the summary of the assessment. Sama je macam tadi tu. Final assessment 50%. Continuous assessment of coursework. We have tests kan, we have test 1, test 2, 20%, group project 10%, and then individual assignment 50%. Okay, that's it. So far so good, guys. If good, give me love reaction. Yeah, ni dia suka Okay, so far we have 109 students. Still not achieve the maximum attendance. We should have a 112. Okay, so kalau kawan-kawan yang masih sesat tu, sila tunjukkan jalan lah. Kesian dia orang tak jumpa kelas okay. Mungkin ada yang tertanya kenapa tidak ada kelas fizikal kenapa? Sebabnya enrollment bertambah computer science antara course yang paling ramai dipohon oleh pelajar computer science dengan accounting, dua ni lah. So oleh kerana ramai yang mohon sehingga tempat pun tak mencukupi, so nak kena buat secara online juga even lab pun kena berkongsi sebenarnya macam lab kenapa kena buat, kenapa kena datang minggu genap saja sebab minggu ganjil tu kod yang lain pula guna lab tersebut, sampai ke tahap macam tu tapi tak apalah, memang computer science ni adalah suatu bidang yang I think we have the what we call bright future lah kan masa depan yang cerah lah very demanding biasanya based on your senior kan lepas dia graduate senang dia terus dapat kerja internship terus dapat kerja, ada yang internship dibayar gaji bukan dibayar allowance dibayar gaji sebanyak RM1,000, biasanya allowance dalam 200-300 kan so based on your performance lah based on your performance if you can do better kan in programming, okay, the company will not hesitate dia tak ragu-ragu nak bayar kepakaran atau your skill lah itu yang penting okay. So ada juga yang migrate ke luar negara, yang pergi Australia, US pun ada, kerja di Dubai pun ada so this is very good lah for your future kan so ada yang kerja di Singapore pun ada yang kerja di Australia tu dia dapat gaji 10,000 Australian dollar, bukan ringgit dollar, Australian dollar so kalau convert ke Malaysia, kalau kerja kat Singapore pun dah kaya kan kalau $1 Singapore equivalent to 3 ringgit 50 sen kan, RM3.50. So kalau lah dapat gaji 3,000 Singaporean dollar, maksudnya balik ke Malaysia jadi almost 10,000 kan ringgit Malaysia. boleh meaning that you have the high income lah tu sebenarnya, but it depend on your skill if you have a good skill, really good skill usually the company will not hesitate to pay you based on your skill tu sebenarnya you need to develop your skill. Dan ada juga yang berminat menjadi pensyarah for dia. So student saya, my ex student ramai juga menjadi pensyarah kan. So so bidang ni adalah satu bidang yang mempunyai masa depan yang cerah lah. Tu yang sebenarnya kesimpulannya saya boleh cakap lah. So hopefully you will be one of them lah, insyaAllah one day kan. So belajar betul. So sebab orang kata apa, semua hidup ni sekali je kan. Masuk universiti kan, maksudnya peringkat degree lah. So you need to give the best lah sebenarnya kan. So insyaAllah you start with the correct door, insyaAllah you will exit with the correct future. Maksudnya lah, masuk pintu yang betul, maksud dia nanti akan keluar pun nanti dengan masa depan yang betul dan cerah lah. Itu sebenarnya saya doakan pada semua pelajar-pelajar yang pelajar saya ni. Okay, so far so good. Any question you want to ask?
Mana nak dapat SOW ni?
Okay. Like I said, all the teaching material I have uploaded in Microsoft Teams. Okay, saya tunjuk sedikit lah. Microsoft Teams. So this is on my Microsoft Teams. I don't know your view macam mana. Sekejap ada yang nampaknya. Okay, so hopefully semua dah join lah kan. Okay, Teams. Okay, dekat week 1 okay, nampak ni week 1 I've put it in Microsoft Teams week 1. So this is the lecture session. So I will start lecture session sekejap lagi. So this is scheme of work, and then this is the syllabus course programming, and this is the apa nama jadual aktiviti perkuliahan lah sebagai rujukan lah kepada awak semua and then this is the ebook ebook ni. Okay, so you can read lah, you can read and then refer to this ebook if you have any problem or if you don't understand some particular topic for example. Okay, petang ni kelas online ke? Okay, untuk lab petang ni lab lab petang ni kelas apa saya kena tengok jadual sejam saya pun dah lupa jadual ni. Petang ni okay, petang ni ya betul, CDCS 2531A kan okay, makmal MK15 so like I said today is we in the week 1 kan. Week 1 ni maksudnya minggu ganjil kan, maksudnya secara online lah, masih lagi secara online Microsoft Teams. Next week we will start with the even week, minggu yang genap. Okay, so we will meet face to face lah, physically at MK15 similar to group CDCS2301B and CDCS2301A kan. Tomorrow Wednesday we also the lab session also will be conducted through Microsoft Teams okay. Ada lagi yang nak join ni? Okay, Haikal very good. Okay, I think we can start lah the lecture session. So this is very brief. topik lah sebenarnya, introduction saja kan. Okay, can we start now? If okay, give me love reaction. Okay, very good. Okay. Yes, okay. All right, so this is the learning outcome for this lecture session. So I will explain about brief history of computer and programming, introduction to programming, and then programming paradigm, and then introduction to C++. Okay. So this is the start of the computer. So we call as an abacus, the first device known to carry out calculation. Invented in Asia, used in ancient Babylon, China, and throughout Europe until the late Middle Age. So the abacus use a system of sliding bits. Bits ni adalah bits lah disebut bits in a rack for addition and subtraction. So dia boleh buat dua perkara ni je lah. Two operation only. You can execute the two operation, addition and subtraction. Okay, then so the technology grow, and then the French philosopher invented what we call as a Pascal line. So both abacus and Pascal could only perform still addition and subtraction juga. Okay, next reckoner, step reckoner. So in this device we can apply for add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Okay. All right, storage. If you can see, there is a punching hole kan, nampak? Okay, if you can see it, ada lubang-lubang dekat sini kan? The small hole kan? This is how we store the data. This is how we store the data. Lagi yang masuk. Okay. Could be stored on card with hole punch in them. So in essence, the card program alone to produce pattern in cloth. Okay. So this is how this is the history of the computer storage. And then during the mid-18th, we have different engine, analytical engine. So I just go through je lah kan, no need to focus in detail. And then we have tabulating machine. Later became the computer logic corporation known as IBM. So this is the history of IBM. And then okay, the first computer-like machine was the IBM Automatic Sequence Control Calculator, or ASCC, or Mark I. So it was built 1944 jointly by IBM and Harvard University. So can you imagine? So this device is equivalent to your one smartphone. Smartphone. Okay, so it's very big, and then ENIAC, electronic numerical integrator and calculator, was built by University of Pennsylvania in US. And then UNIFAC 1, Universal Automatic Computer, was the first general purpose electronic digital computer designed for business application. Again, US. And then this is the in terms of transistor So we start from this first generation, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now we focus on nano scale. Nano scale technology kan. Semakin lama semakin kecil. Right. So this is what we call as Apple 1. If you like apple, so this is an apple 1. If you have durian, there is no durian 1. Stephen Wozniak and Stephen Jobs designed and built the first Apple 1 in their garage. Okay, so you all boleh buat kan, cari je TV ni, cari je keyboard ni kan, susah sambung je lah kan. Boleh. Right. Okay, this is the first personal computer, PC. So look at on the price, $3,000 kan dia punya RAM dia berapa? 140k je. Sekarang sampai how many? 11 GB kan? Sorry, 16 GB, 32 GB kan? Advanced gila kan sekarang nowadays the technology. And then see the operating system PC DOS version 1.0 kan Okay, look at on the definition of computer. So computer can stand of hardware and software. Hardware and software, of course lah. If we don't have this combination, so we cannot call it as a computer. So what is hardware? Basically physical component. Okay, software program that return to perform specific tasks. So we as a computer science student, we just focus on the software part. Okay, software part. So this is our focus. If you want to focus on hardware, you need to enroll the electrical engineering or electronic engineering course. They will focus on hardware part. So we as a computer science student or computer science course, you will focus on the software part only. Okay, look at on the hardware. So this is very basic component in hardware. So we have CPU, central processing unit. Okay, can you give the example of CPU? Someone? Can you give me the example of CPU?
Intel.
Okay, you can type the answer through meeting chat. Okay. Very good Muhammad Amirul Syahmi. Okay. Intel kan AMD kan Intel i3, Intel i5, Intel i7, Intel i9 kan So this is the example of CPU lah. And then we have main memory. Okay. Another name we call as a RAM random access memory So this is what we call a main memory lah. And then secondary storage for example hard disk SDD sorry HD kan hard disk or SDD kan okay, so this is what we call as secondary storage. And then we have input and output device. So input device, for example, keyboard, and output device, for example, the monitor lah. So we can see whatever process can you do to the computer. And then okay, so the main memory main memory. So to represent the concept of main memory, we can put it like this lah. So there is an address. Okay, so this is what we call address, and then we have the cell. We have the cell to store the data. Kan, so this is the address. This is the address. It's like your home lah, kan, so you have the unique address, kan, every house or every home there is a unique address, kan, similar to the main memory lah. So there is a unique address, and then inside the cell we can store the data. So in this case we store the value 54, and in this case we store the value the alphabet A, for example, right? So this is the concept of main memory. Okay. All right, so this is example of input and output device. So this is very familiar for you, kan, Okay. Okay, look at the software. For software, we can divide by two. We have system software and the application software. Okay, for example, the system software is operating system. For example, Windows 11, okay, Windows 10, kan, and then the utility program. Apa contoh? What is the example of utility program? Can someone answer me? Antivirus, kan? Antivirus or anti-malware. So this is the example of, yeah, very good, WinRAR, Lutfil Hafi, and then Muhammad Amirul Shami, very good, And then application software. So what example? Can you give the example of application software? Okay, Microsoft Team, Visual Studio, Photoshop, very good, Muhammad Aizat Asfar. Again, Amirul Shami, again Amirul Shami. Adam Zaid, Photoshop. Okay, very good. All right, next, introduction to computer program. Okay. Okay, look at on the definition. So what is the computer program? Okay, computer program, a set of rule. Okay, satu set peraturan, words dia ada perkataan, and then symbol, ada symbol. Set of rule, words, and symbol are used to write a computer program. In other words, we are telling a computer what to do. So we as a human, or very specific, we call it as a programmer, kan, So we as a programmer, so we give the instruction for the computer what to do. Okay. And then the source code and the program are compiled, and then the executable file are produced. Then we can execute it. For example, so this is yours, kan, contoh tangan ni. Dia ni dah expert ni, gaji apa 10K kan above, So you as a programmer write a program, okay, and then so since we are using C++, you need to save the file, and then this is the extension file name .cpp for C++, and then you can name it the source code or the program file. Let's say program1, program1.cpp. So once you create it and you save it, and then you need to compile it, You need to compile it. If there is an error, so you need to debug it. So if there is a bug, disebut perkataan bug, perpijat. If there is an error, so bug is equal to error lah. Bug equal to error. So if there is a bug, bug, so you need to debug it. Okay, you need to, meaning that, in other words, you need to remove. You need to remove the error. And then once there is error free, so no error, okay, then you can execute it in. Okay. Once you execute it, once you compile it and there is no error, the exe file will be produced. Okay, the exe file will be produced. Then you can execute it, and then you can see the output. Okay, so this is very general process, very general process of writing a program, compile the program, debug the program if there is an error, and execute program to see the output. Okay, next type of programming language, there is high level and low level. High level, low level. High level closer to human language. Low level written mainly in binary or machine code. Consists of a combination of 0 and 1. Okay, generation of programming language. So there is a machine language, assembly language, high level language. So nowadays we are using this one, high level. Okay, look at on this figure. People understand program. So manusia, so we as human understand program. But the computer does not understand the program. So that's why we need to use compiler. So from the program we wrote, we need to compile it. In other words, it's a process of transformation from the code we wrote to the machine language. So the computer only understand the combination of 1 and 0. So the binary numbers. So this is the purpose of compiler. Right. Next. Okay, machine language. So this is the first generation. First generation. So what is a machine language? Binary number codes understood by a specific CPU is the lowest level language. Represent data and program instruction as ones and zero. The only language that the computer directly understand. Okay. Not convenient, so dia tak mudah lah to read and use. So we as a human, for example like this kan, for the instruction of load, so you need to use this number 1001001010001. Susah lah. It's not very convenient. And then it's very machine dependent. Okay. Okay, next, we have assembly language. So also we call it as a second generation language. So developed to replace a combination of 1 and 0 kan. In this case, we use mnemonic codes. In other words, it's an abbreviation, kependekan that easy to remember. For example, A for add, C for compare, and P for multiply. In this case, you require a translator to translate the assembly language into a machine language. We call it as assembler, but still difficult to learn, and then still machine dependent. So this is comparison between machine language. So this is a machine language, and then this is the assembly language. Okay, now we are in this era, high level programming language. So make easy for programmer to develop and maintain program. So machine independent. Okay. Again, we can divide by 3 categories: third, fourth, and fifth generation. So written in series of English-like word. So must be translated to machine code. So in this case, we need to use compiler. So this is the history of programming language. Yes, right. So now we focus on this one, C++. Okay, again, high-level language, portable to many different computer, easy to read, write, and maintain. Instruction are coded. Okay, we call it as a programmer. Use this to write program. Okay, the example, and then we need to use compiler or interpreter. Right, so this is the specific programming language, and what is the purpose? The programming language is developed based on the specific purpose. For example, Fortran for scientific programming, COBOL for business data processing. Okay, and then Java, okay, support web programming, etc. Okay, so this is similar. Right, so the example, let's say you have the formula like this again, and wages equal to rate multiplied by hour. So if you are using machine language, you need to use like this. If you are using assembly language, you need to use the abbreviation like this, right? But if you are using high-level language, we are using the variable only, right? The variable of wages, rate, and hours. Okay, there is a 3 language translator. The first one assembler, the one interpreter, and the second one is interpreter, and the third one is a compiler. Okay. Okay, assembler used in assembly language, or translate the language to machine language. Interpreter, if you're using PHP, for example, for web based development. Okay, so there is no compiler. So in this case, we use interpreter. Right, and then for compiler, translating the source code from its original language into machine code. Convert the entire source code keseluruhan. This one translate one program code at a time. So can you see the difference? Interpreter and compiler. Okay, so far so good. If good, give me like, reaction. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, we continue again. Programming paradigm. Programming paradigm. Programming paradigm are a way to classify programming language based on their feature. Language can be classified into multiple paradigm. Okay, we just focus on two here. Ini the most important paradigm. Procedural or object-oriented. In other words, we also can call it as a structured paradigm. Okay. Okay, what is procedural paradigm? Procedural programming is a programming paradigm derived from a structured programming based on the concept of procedure call. Procedure also known as a routine, subroutine, or function. Kita ada function. So in C++, we have the function, we call it as a function, simply contain a series of computational steps to be carried out. Okay. All right. And then object-oriented paradigm. So it's a programming paradigm based on the concept of object, which can contain data and method. Data in the form of field, often known as attribute, and method in the form of procedure. I think during part 2 you will learn OOP ni by using Java programming language, but not for the C++. Actually, C++ we can use both, either structured paradigm or object-oriented paradigm. But in this code, we just focus on the structure. OOP, you will learn during part 2, by using Java. Java. Okay, introduction to C++ is a structured or procedural programming and the object-oriented programming. So high level is very case sensitive, developed by this professor, this guy. So if you want to be like these guys, so make sure there is no hair, right? Dia sebab berfikir kerja dia, rambut pun tak. Okay, so she is a professor, professor. I think at university somewhere in UK or US, not sure. Okay, so this is very simple example of C++ program. So you need to write the source code like this, include IO stream using namespace std. So this is the main function. This is the instruction for to display again on the screen, see out. And then the last one, return 0. If you return nothing, you just put return 0. You are return nothing. But of course, you can return something. Okay, so we will learn later on how to return something. And then, of course, you need to compile it first. Then the executable file, .exec file, will be produced. Then you can see the output. Hello world. Okay, so this is very simple example of C++ program. Okay, you need to know the process. So this is very important. First, you need to have the editor. Okay, for example, in our case, we use dev C++ editor. Then there is a preprocessor, and then compiler. If there is an error, you need to repeat again to step 1. And then it will have the linker. Let's say you have the library again, and then loader, and the last one execution. So this is the detailed explanation for each of the step. So this is a step. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, look at step 1. Programmer create and edit the text file containing the program source code with a text editor and save it into a file, source file. Okay, don't be confused between source file and source code. Okay, and then preprocessor, to process the preprocessor directive, begin with hashtag. Oops, sorry. This one, preprocessor, ataupun contoh yang ni, this one. This one is a preprocessor. Hashtag ni include IO string, preprocessor. And then step 3, compiler. So the purpose of compiler is to check the program obeys the rule. Kena patuh lah. Kena patuh peraturan. And then once the code obey the rule, and then it will translate into machine language. We call it the object code. Then step 4, linker, to connect hardware specific code to machine instruction, producing an executable code. And then step 5, loader, load executable file into main memory. And the last step, step 6, execute the program. So this is another analogy to simplify the process. So you as a programmer, so you need to have the text editor. So this is your code. and then you need to compile it, and then the linker will link it to the system library. So this is the object code. The last one, you can see the output, right? All right, next, IDE, Integrated Development Environment. So what is IDE? It's a combine all the tools need to write, compile, debug, program to single software application. So there is a lot of IDE in the market nowadays. For example, Dev, C++, Code Block, Microsoft Visual C, Bolin C Builder, Code Warrior, and etc. But we just focus on this tool, Dev C++. Okay, so this is the environment of Dev C++. Okay, there is a menu, there's an icon here, and this is the editor that you can write your code, and this is how you can see the output, hello world, right? Also, you can download if you're using Android, if you're using the Android operating system, so you can download this app CPP Droid. You can install it in your smartphone, and then you can enter the code here, and then this is the icon that you need to compile, and then this is the icon that you need to execute it, and then you can see the output. See, when I enter 4 and 8, so the answer will be 12. Okay. Also, you can use online, online C++ IDE, right? But make sure your internet is very stable, okay. Right. Can go to this URL, onlinegdb.com. So instead of C++ compiler, there is a lot of compiler, Java, Python, semua ada, Okay, so you can enter the code here and then compile, and then you can run it. So you can see the output. Hello world UITM, for example. All right. So this is the exercise. It's very good for you to answer it. What is the difference between high level and low level programming language? What is the programming language? So this is very basic question that you need to know. So this is very, very fundamental. What is the difference between interpreter and compiler? What is the difference between linker and loader? What is the difference between source code and source file? What is the difference between procedural and object-oriented paradigm? Okay, that's it for today. So far, so good, guys. Any question untuk us?
Sir,
Ya.
kalau yang team tu dia ada code ke kita masuk sendiri?
Apa team?
Untuk Microsoft Team tu. Yang
Microsoft.
Word pula apa? Apa tu nama untuk Microsoft Team tu kan? Yang group dia tu macam mana?
Saya tak faham. Group apa ni? Saya tak faham soalan.
Kalau yang macam apa yang file-file yang slide ni semua kan saya nak share kan, itu kita tengok dekat mana?
Oh, masih lagi tak. Saya dah tunjuk dah tadi. Okay. So I end this show first. Okay. Okay. Ada lagi yang nak join, Okay. click on the team icon ni kan, ada team kan, team, and then you can see the code on CSC402 lecture. So there is a lecture and there is a lab. Make sure all of you join the lecture and the lab session. How to know the lab session link to? You can open up the U feature, and then go to your specific group, for example CDCS2301E, and then open up the announcement page for that particular group too, and then open up the announcement page. Dekat situ ada saya punya explanation. Kalau saya boleh tunjuk contoh lah, contoh lah, Okay, U future. Okay, login. Okay, sign in. Okay. Okay, ini my view lah as a lecturer. I don't know your view kan. Okay, let's see programming ni. Click on view. Okay, and then there is a group kan. Ada group kat sini kan. Okay, click on group. Okay, let's see 2301E ni kan. There is an announcement, nampak announcement. Okay, dia ada dua announcement di sini. Satu this one kalau this one is very general announcement. So saya ni usually I did not put the announcement in this general announcement. So you need to open up the group and then select your group, okay, and then open up the announcement page. Okay, sekejap internet slow sikit. Okay, all. Tak keluar. Sekejap dia slow. Okay, this one you need to select all kan, all, and then okay, so this is the first announcement lah. So make sure for this particular group only, so there is a lecture session and lab session. So lecture session, click ini to join Microsoft Team, and this is the group for the lecture session. For the lab session, this one. Okay, Microsoft Team for lab session is one. Of course, for this particular group lah. Jangan group yang lain pun join ini, dia salah. So setiap group there is a different Microsoft Team for the lab session. And then this is the WhatsApp group for this group only. So ni maksud saya tu. Click on announcement. InsyaAllah you can enroll, and then after that open up the Microsoft Team ni, and then click on week 1 week 1. Kan ada tu ni file ni, so you can download je. You can download the file. This one, click on 3 dot ni and then download. Okay, So this one, the lecture session, you can download. Is it okay? Am I?
Bila saya tekan dekat yang announcement tu kan, lepas tu bila dia keluar dekat yang a new online class has been created tu, bila saya tekan dekat yang kat situ, dia bawa saya ke online class punya tab. Dia tak keluar yang macam announcement yang macam ni.
Okay, memanglah sebabnya awak klik yang di sini. Yang sebelum tu, sebelum announcement ni, yang ini, yang mula-mula the first announcement ni. Kalau nak join Microsoft Teams, klik yang ni, bukan klik yang ni. Yang ni untuk live, kelas live. Yang ni barulah awak awak boleh masuk dalam link tu, Microsoft Teams and WhatsApp group link. Okay, so biasalah student part 1 ni biasanya kan soalan, dia akan tanya soalan basic macam ni lah. Tapi kalau awak tanya sini-sini ni, semua dia dah master dah sebenarnya new feature ni. Okay, so boleh beritahu kawan-kawan yang lain lah. You all masih lagi tak familiar lah guna new feature ni kan. Alright, so group yang lain, so pilih group masing-masing. Contohnya 2301B. So dia ada dia punya announcement ni lah. Okay. So yang sama mungkin lecture session lah kan. So yang berbeza lab session. Lab tu berbeza. Okay. Kalau macam ni today kan yang ni. So pilih all. Okay, pilih all. You need to select all. And then dia slow sikit. Okay, yang ni lah. Untuk CSC402 Lect. Yang ni yang tadi lah. Kalau klik here ni, dia akan pergi pada live online class lah kan. Klik yang ni. So join Microsoft Teams dan WhatsApp group. Okay, ada soalan lain? Okay. Saya baru join. So saya rekod semua ni, so awak akan nampak lah. Apa yang saya buat semua akan nampak dalam rekod. Okay, any more question before we stop? Nur Risha.
Untuk yang dia tak dapat register course lagi, so dia tak dapat announcement untuk link semua tu. So macam mana?
Kalau yang tak berdaftar lagi, memang awak akan tak nama awak tak ada di new feature. So boleh rujuk kepada kelas rep lah. Tapi untuk join Microsoft Teams tu boleh je. Nak join Microsoft Teams tu boleh je.
Boleh, tapi untuk yang WhatsApp group tadi, yang untuk lab, untuk lecture tadi tu.
Untuk WhatsApp group pun minta kawan yang dah join tu, dia boleh copy dia punya link tu kan. And then copy link tu, and then awak klik lah link tu. Kena tanyakan kawan lah. Atau tanya kepada kelas rep. Kelas rep, insyaAllah boleh. Sebab saya tahu mungkin ada yang di isu tak boleh nak daftar lagi kan. Kalau tak daftar lagi, memang your name tu memang tak ada dalam new feature lah. Benda tu mungkin ambil masa lah. Mungkin minggu depan dah boleh lah. Nama awak dah ada dalam new feature tu. Tapi untuk join Microsoft Teams yang WhatsApp group tu tak masalah, boleh je. So minta daripada kawan atau kelas rep. Okay, any more question? Which IDE do we have to use? Oi, ini laju ni Aizat ni. IDE Ya, dia tak saya contoh IDE ni. Okey, saya ada, maksudnya ada kat sini kok. Ada, okey. Ya, saya share sekejap. Screen. Okay, can you see it on your screen? You can see it. Give me left fraction. Okay, very good. So this is the latest version of Dev C++. We call it as a Embarcadero Dev. Actually, I will explain it this editor during lab session Tapi since dah ada yang tanya tu kan, Aizat ni, Azfar ni, dia dah tak sabar aku. And then I will also give you the installer. I will upload it in Microsoft Teams lah for the lab session, not the lecture session, lab session. You can install it in your laptop. Okay, alright. So how to write the program? Okay, let's say simple program lah. Click on File, New, and then Source File. Okay, and then you can enter the code lah. Include, let's say include IO stream, name, space, std, main, save out, Aizat, sebab dia yang tanya tadi kan, return 0. Okay, that's it. Next, what you need to do is click on compile. Okay, let's see, save je kan you can see the compilation result kan 0 error, 0 warning, meaning that, and then you can execute it meaning that there is no error or there is no bug and then you can run it. See, this is the output. Okay, right, and that, any more question you want to ask? Tak ada lakon Right. So we will meet again for CDCS 2531A kan during 2 PM. Okay, so make sure you join the Microsoft team for the lab session and the WhatsApp group for that particular lab session dia berbeza dengan lecture session ni. Saya memang asingkan Okay, I think I will stop right now. And then for the group CDCS 2301A, we will meet tomorrow again through Microsoft Teams, and CDCS 2301B kan also tomorrow kan through Microsoft Teams. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you, sir.